Man, let's get it. What's good? What's good? Got a couple things going on over here, man. Couple things going on, man. Couple things. Appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. Let's get ready to do this. Like Brutus, because we always knew this. SJ3, my brother. Salute. Salute. Early morning, man. Just trying to get ready for the early morning flow. Y'all know how we do. Getting ready for the early morning flow, man. Let me get that mic right. All right. Getting ready for the early morning flow. Let's get the people, man, a couple of minutes to get in here, man. Before we go ahead and let's see. We're at 105. We're gonna get the people, man, probably about 2 minutes to get in here, man. And we're gonna go ahead and go in. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do it. Someone asked me, man, with all the things going on in the world, how do I stay connected to the Most High when opportunities to do things that are opposite the statutes commandments of the Most High and opportunities to indulge in things that those who have no connection with the Most High indulge in on the regular? How do I maintain my focus on living a life that's pleasing to God? And to have that question means that you are someone who wants to live a life that will invoke the blessings of the Most High into your everyday life. So, what I want to talk about are some things that I do in order to make sure that I have myself in the best position to continually find grace in the sight of the Most High, because I'm living a life and doing everything in my power to live that life that's going to make him see me as one of those he can rely on to put my best foot forward in an effort to be the example that I preach. So the first thing I do is remember that every blessing that I've ever gotten came from God. That's the very first thing I do. The first thing is to give the Most High his reverence. You got to give God his reverence. You got to remember how much different your life would be if he hadn't blessed you with some of the things that he's blessed you with. You have to remember that time when you thought your life was done, you were in the gutter, it was over. And then suddenly things started to shift because you didn't go left and go do those foul things that you knew you shouldn't have done. They would have made a quick difference, but a long-term detriment to your life. So you didn't do those things. And you remember that when those blessings came, they came full speed ahead. You remember that when something comes from God, when a thing comes from God, there is no sorrow therewith. So it is full joy. It is a fully joyous moment of blessing and receiving when that thing comes from God. And you remember that. You remember all the blessed times. And you know that you don't want to run afoul of the very spiritual entity that put those things into your life and put those opportunities on your path. Famo, salute. So how do you do that? What's the first step in doing that? Avoid negative people. You have to avoid negative people. I don't care who it is. See, you can't allow your emotional connection to someone to continually cause you to put them in a position where they can affect you negatively spiritually. Emotional connection is strong, but spiritual significance should outweigh everything in your life. What is the spiritual significance of the relationship that you're in with someone? Emotional benefit in a man's life is low. And truth be told, emotional benefit in a woman's life if is low if she's dealing with an emotional man. Because there is no spiritual logic to balance all of the emotion. You will be surprised how much negative energy you could avoid if you simply eliminate negative people. And I don't mean try to change the energy of someone and make it positive. You can't change someone's energy and make it positive unless they're already seeking positive energy. When you have positive energy, God puts you in people's life when they've already eliminated the negative energy. They've eliminated the negative energy, they're seeking out positive energy. Anyone who comes into your life with negative energy shouldn't be in your life. You're not a changer of energy. You're simply a giver of positive energy. But someone has to already have been making the moves to rid their life of negative energy. You shouldn't have to tell someone, hey, that person over there is bringing you down, unless they're a child, unless they're someone you're responsible for. You shouldn't have to tell an adult that these things are happening in your life because you're dealing with those people. So aside from avoiding negative energy brought on by negative people, what's the next natural progression? Is to surround yourself with positive people or no one at all. Either you surround yourself with positive people or no one at all. It's not going to kill you to spend some time by yourself. It's not going to kill you to spend some time in a cocoon. Let me tell you something. The first 9 months of your life, you were alone. Inside your mother's womb, you were alone. Think about that. So why you acting like you can't be by yourself for 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months? And at that point, you were absolutely needed. You were dependent on someone for food, shelter, and everything else. Now you're an adult. You mean to tell me that you can't spend some time alone? Of course you can. And that's what you're going to have to do. You surround yourself with positive people or no one at all. Everyone is expendable when it comes to my spiritual sanctity. Everyone is expendable. When it comes to intimate relationships, all you should be getting from that is positive energy. That goes for everyone. If you're a woman, all you should be getting is positive energy from your man. If you're a man, all you should be getting is positive energy from your woman. There's enough negative energy outside in the world. So if the negative energy makes it inside, that means someone brought it. And what's the whole purpose in having an environment where you do everything in your power to make sure the energy is positive, only to have someone else bring the negative energy in from outside? What does negative energy sound like from someone? Oh, woe is me. Oh, the world is so bad. This happened to me today, and that happened to me today, and these people did this, and these people said that, and this bill is due, and the money is here, and I ain't got the money to do this, and I can't go here, and I can't go there, and I can't do this, and they won't let me this, and they won't give me this, and they trying to hold me back, and they trying to stop. That's negative energy right there. You have to keep that outside of your door. Now, it might be right outside. As soon as you step out, it may jump on you. But once you close that door, it's like a force field is there. It can't come in unless you invite it in. It's like one of the old vampire movies. They can't come in if you don't invite them in. The next thing that I do, I don't indulge in media that promotes evil, negative energy. Let me tell y'all something, man. There's a movie called Saw, and I know y'all have seen it before, but there's an episode on it. Well, there's one of the volumes. I don't remember when it was, but this is the last one I watched, and this changed my whole outlook on watching these types of movies. There was a black guy, and they had him in a machine that twisted all of his limbs, like at all of his joints, and it just twisted it, man. And hey, man, the way those bones start popping out, man, I just said, you know what, man, I'm good on that. Like even that was years ago, and even now, sometimes that flashes in my head, man. I can be at the gym working legs, man. I look at my calves, man, which are phenomenal, by the way. I look at my calves, man. I'm like, man, what if I was in that machine? I'm scarred by that. I have no need to even know what that looks like. You see what I'm saying? I have no need to know what that looks like. So when people tell me they're watching, these movies about a less positive time in American society for people of color, man, I don't watch those movies. I don't watch them because the only one I ever enjoyed was Django. The only one I ever enjoyed, and I mean, it was actually the most gruesome one. So I don't even watch it anymore. But I don't indulge in those things, man. When people are talking negative stuff, when people are doing negative things, man, hating and all that, man. Listen, I have I have blocked so many people from sending me content about what someone else has to say about me. If you send me that, I'm blocking you. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. Like if I know you personally and if I've known you for 20 years, if my mama send me something like that, I'm gonna block her. That's just the way it is. Because I don't need that negative energy. And people who bring negative energy to your life want to see negative energy around you. It's almost like subconsciously, they're so used to seeing positive energy around you that they want to see negative energy around you. You'll be surprised how many people will not even know they're being used by forces outside of them to bring negative energy to your life, just because deep down subconsciously they're tired of seeing you without this positive energy. People believe ain't nobody can be positive that much. You too positive. That can't be real. Nobody can be that positive all the time. How you gonna be that positive all the time? There's too many things going on in the world. You can't be that positive all the time. There's plenty of people who believe that. And so when you come with that overly positive, as they call it, energy, they want to see some negative energy around you so they can feel like you're just like them. Well, guess what? I'm not just like you, because I do everything in my power to make sure I do what? Stay connected to God. While you over there doing those things over there, I'm not doing those things, because over there ain't no connection to God. I'm over here. That's why I'm not cohabitating. That's why no woman lives with me. So that's why no woman is gonna live with me. I don't want that. I don't want that. If she does, she's gonna have to be a woman who understands you work for me. We work from home. There ain't no club or no bar, no party, or nothing like that you're gonna be able to go to. There ain't no alcoholic beverage consumption that you're gonna be able to indulge in. I don't care who getting married in your family. There ain't no bachelorette party you're gonna be able to go to. And that's not because I'm this master blaster or anything. It's because I will protect my environment from negative energy, and I will not allow you to go out and get it and bring it back. Got a super chat right here, man. King Jordan PCR, salute, man. I appreciate the $100 sponsorship of the show, man. Salute. Yes, sir. All praise to the Most High. I had to learn the hard way when it comes to giving access to ungodly people on my spiritual journey, because it's a harsher tax when you willingly know God doesn't want you around that evil. So, yes, sir. Being alone is the best thing. Yeah, man. At the moment, yeah. You know what, man? And I'm glad you said that. Here's the thing. I put people on permanent ice if they even attempt to bring the worst out of me. You know what I'm saying? If your energy causes me to want to respond outside of my spiritually astute character, you're gone. You are gone. Now, have I always cut them loose the first time? No. No, I listen. I've been a stickler for interpersonal interaction, just like everyone else. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, man, that I don't enjoy the company of people. I do. I enjoy the company of a woman, man. I enjoy the company of some comrades, man. Yes, I enjoy people's company. I'm not saying tell you I don't, but sometimes that has caused me to give someone a second chance. I don't give second chances on negative energy. You can't give second chances on negative energy. Because, like King Jordan just said, every time you allow the energy to come around you, God is leaving you more and more on your own to deal with it. Because you already know you shouldn't have that negative energy around you. You already know it. People have to earn their way into your presence, earn their way into your company, earn their way into your positive spirit energy, earn their way into your positive environment. People have to earn their way into that because, truth be told, most people don't have a positive environment to go to. So they're going to try to flock to yours, of course. Of course they are. So you will be put on permanent ice. Permanent ice. If you are a source of negative energy in my life, you will be put on permanent ice. Period. It don't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are. That literally, man, if I brought negative energy to myself, I figure out a way to put myself on ice. Because that's just the way it has to be, man. Because here's the thing. If you notice, when the children of Israel were out in the wilderness, when they left Egypt, when they were in the wilderness for 40 years, God told them, if you have to relieve yourself, go outside of the camp, dig a hole, do what you got to do in the hole and cover it, but outside of the camp. So when I come and move through the camp won't be defiled. God is very serious about positive energy and lack of negative energy and also lack of filth. Your job is to keep your life and your environment as clean as possible because I promise you, God will not come dwell in a foul dwelling. So that's why when you hear from religious sectors that you just come as you are and everything will be okay. Nope, that's not how that goes. You don't come as you are. You clean yourself up before you come present yourself to God. God ain't no, he ain't like that. He's the epitome of cleanliness. So you clean yourself up and get yourself together before you show up. Put in some effort. All this stuff you want God to do to change your life, man. Put in some effort. At least show up clean. At least show up like you want some. At least show up like you know where you're coming. Don't go do foul stuff and then come and show up God the same way. No, you clean yourself up to go to the club. You clean yourself up to go to a bar. You clean yourself up to go on a date with a stranger. Clean yourself up to get flued in. Clean yourself up to fly somebody in. Clean yourself up to go on vacation. Clean yourself up when you go on a job interview. But clean yourself up before you present yourself to God too then. Matter of fact, do some extra cleaning. Now, here's one of the things I just don't do. I don't get intoxicated, inebriated. None of those things. I don't do those things because those things automatically make God fall away from you. There is no blessing for an intoxicated man and an inebriated man. There is no blessing for you. There is no protection for you. There is no protection for you. We're in a culture where people are using prescribed psychotropics as recreational cocktails, man. People are using pharmacy grade cough syrup to, I mean, just as soda. You know what I'm saying? You cannot put yourself in that. If you're in that frame of mind, man, stay away from me. Don't come around me, man, if you indulge like that. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing that we don't do. We govern our own lives, but then we don't govern the people who come around us. Hey man, I can't tell you what to do outside of my environment, but once you come in here, I can tell you what to do. You understand? I can demand anything I want to within the confines of the dwelling that I'm doing everything in my power to keep positive enough to keep the spirit of the Most High in it. I can demand everything. Take your shoes off at the door. You can't take your shoes off, stay outside the door. You can't even, man, listen. It used to be you can't smoke cigarettes in my crib. You got to go outside. Now, man, if you smoke cigarette, man, you can't come in. You can't come over here. You can't even, you can't come around me if you smoke cigarettes. I don't even want to smell it. I don't want to smell the smell of cigarette smoke. I don't want to smell it in your clothes. Cause if you come in, sit on my sofa, man, guess what? Then the smoke gonna be on my sofa. I don't want that. I don't smell no cigarette smoking here, and I ain't finna start. You have the right to demand things of the people that you allow into your life. And that's what I do. I'm going to control what you do when you're around me. That's what. So when you talk about like relationships, it's not that I'm this warmonger or anything, man. I'm just going to control what a woman does when she's with me. When you're with me, I'm going to control not you, but the environment. I'm not trying to control you. I'm trying to control the environment. And once you come in the environment, you fall under the rules of the environment, just like I do. It's not like I'm saying you can't do these things while I'm doing them. No, these rules govern me too. They govern me, you, and everyone else who comes in here. You have to have a safe space. Man, listen, I always have a space I can go and cut myself off from the world. Sometimes you have to cut yourself off from the world. When you're striving to be the most righteous version of yourself, sometimes you got to cut yourself off from the world, man. You have to cut yourself off from the world sometimes. It's just mandatory. It's not that you think you're better than anyone. I mean, we are better than some, but you do have to cut yourself off from the world sometimes. You got to have some space to go meditate. You got to have some space, man, where you could just go off in the hole, man, just be in there. Yep, I call it the cocoon. You know how a caterpillar goes into a cocoon, man, it comes out a butterfly. Dude go in inching along like this, man. All those legs, man, he just inching along. He all those leg moving, man, and he going slow as a tortoise, turtle, whichever one. Going this slow, comes out of there, dude can fly. I want you to think about that. Think about how a caterpillar goes into a cocoon and comes out with wings, never to have to walk on the ground again. I have never seen a butterfly walk on the ground. I've seen a butterfly land, but I've never seen a butterfly walk on the ground, just like I've never seen a caterpillar fly. But if a cocoon changes a caterpillar into a butterfly, which is one of the most, I mean, even children that are scared of bugs aren't afraid of butterflies. A woman who's afraid of bugs isn't afraid of a butterfly. So why not have your own cocoon? So when the weight of the world turns you into a caterpillar crawling on the ground real slow, you go in your cocoon and you come back out as the butterfly. You come back out as the moth. You come back out as the winged individual that can hover above the negativity, that can hover above those who aren't spiritual sanctity, or those who don't value their spiritual sanctity. You can hover above all of the things that will pull you down into the quagmire of normal existence in a society that wants you to turn your back on your connection with God. That cocoon will help you stay connected. In case y'all happen to care, we are streaming on the Sony A7 IV. Got it in crop mode with the Sigma 16 millimeter f1.4, which is phenomenal, I might say. Autofocus is phenomenal. I mean, listen, autofocus is phenomenal. Got my sand disk right here. Bam, bam, bam. Autofocus is phenomenal. So you have to understand, man, that you have to have therapy for yourself. What do I do for therapy? That's why I create music. I've been creating music, man, for longer than Markel been alive. You know what I'm saying? I've been creating music. I wrote my first song at 7, but I wrote it based on what I was doing, based on what my life was at 7. I've been writing. I've been recording music since I was 15. So what? Maybe 19. So when you think about it, we're talking a long time, man. But I only do music for therapy, and right now I release music to you guys for therapy as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want the therapy that I use, here it is. This is my therapy. You have to have a therapy, man. You have to, because no one knows your situation better than you. So between you and God, if you and God can't get it together, man, then something wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get it together with your mind and your spirit connection to God, and you got to go to somebody else, you need to check your spiritual connection to God, man. You need to take this back to the beginning. Start over. I also stay busy. I stay busy, man. But if whatever I'm doing starts to bring me negative energy and a whole bunch of stress, I'll cut it off in a minute. I cut it loose in a minute, or figure out a way to navigate it. That's why all my live streams are members only. All my live streams. I've never had a troll. I've never had a negative naysayer who pays to be a member of my channel in order to just be a troll in the I've never had it. So that's why it's members only. It's members only because that is a way to keep the space positive. To make sure that when you look at these comments in here right now, you don't see no negative energy in the comments. You don't hear nobody to questioning whether there's a God or anything like that. You don't hear nobody doing that, because that's not what the environment is for. Everybody in this environment right now, everybody in this chat, man, hey man, we understand who the Most High is because we have developed a relationship with Him and reap the benefits of that relationship. If you haven't, this ain't for you anyway. So you can listen, but you can't talk. You understand? So people say, man, nobody can question you. No, no, you can't. I don't do this to be questioned. I don't do this to have no debate, no back and forth. I do this to share my experiences, and those who can identify with them or who want to experience it, come on, let's go. Everybody else, go do something else. And I do this on both channels. It's always members only. Always. So if you want to bring negative energy into it, okay, you got to pay us to listen to it. Super chat us something, and that's what you do. Because the reality of the scenario is we have to remember that it's our job to protect our environment. It's our job to protect our environment. And so someone who sees a positive environment and just wants to come in and ruin it is a stupid person. And I don't frequent environments where stupid people hang out. And I'm not going to create an environment where stupid people feel comfortable, coming to. There are people who send me pieces of content to go over on my other channel, man. And if it's a piece of content, man, I'm like, man, that's foul, man. I'm gonna block you. You don't get the right to send me anything. You don't get the right to have any content requests if you don't know, if you can't govern yourself more than that. Cause sometimes I be wondering, man, how you even get this? Some of the stuff I be getting, I was like, man, who are you around who sent you this? Like, where you at online to be getting this type of stuff? You the only one sent it to me. Where you get this from? If a man can't govern his energy because he can't control his desires and he can't control his access to things that he shouldn't be accessing, then there are going to be limitations to what he can do in life. There should be limitations to what he can do in life. Here's the thing: we all have our particular vices. None of us is perfect. We all have that thing that we really have to stay focused to navigate and overcome. That's fine. We all have that. None of us goes through life and says every single thing 100% of the time is easy peasy, 1, 2, 3 easy for me. None of us says that. We all have that thing. For many of us, it's our relationship with women. Like, that's, if something's gonna pull us back in there, that's gonna be it. For others, it's something else. But it doesn't matter. We all have that thing. But if you're just out here all willy nilly, you're not even attempting to govern yourself. That makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. And so, one of the greatest things that I do is I avoid relationship drama. And I don't just mean intimate relationship drama, as in having a wife or a woman. No, no. I mean relationship drama overall. If I can't remedy the relationship drama, I just end the relationship. I don't have negative relationships with anyone in my life. If there's negative energy from someone to me, they don't have a relationship with me. Those are the only people who will attempt to bring negative energy my way. People who don't have a relationship with me. Because everyone who has a relationship with me understands that God is using me as a vessel in their life to bring them positive energy, to bring them to some spiritual sanctity, to increase their spiritual astuteness. They understand that and they appreciate that. They appreciate that I'm allowing myself to be used as a vessel by God to enhance their lives, enhance their experience on this sphere that we call Earth. You understand? They understand that. And so if you don't know me, then you could bring negative energy to me, but why would I let the negative energy of someone who doesn't know me affect me? So you have to diffuse situations before they escalate. And that's how you do it. You look at things for what they truly are. If you don't know me and you have something negative to say, how can I possibly be bothered by that? It doesn't even matter what it is. How can I possibly be bothered by the negative energy of someone who doesn't know me, who's just a negative person? That's just what they do. You can't. You have to view life from a spiritual, logical, prudent, reasonable perspective. And that's the main thing that I do. I make sure that I view things from the perspective of, okay, what would God want me to do in this situation? If God talked to me right now, what would he tell me? So now, outside of everyone else, here's some things that I do for myself. I laugh, man. I watch comedies. There aren't too many comedic specials, man, that I haven't watched. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from Mike Epps to Cat Williams to Earthquake to the 95 South Boys, man, to old episodes of Wild and Out to whatever it is, man. I watch things that evoke laughter, things that make me laugh heartily. I'm talking about, man, it's those side splitting laughter episodes are rare, but boy, I be hunting them down. I be searching for them. I be searching for them, boy, because there's nothing like a good side splitting laughter. I'm talking about the type of laughter where you start to get mad because you can't stop laughing because your side hurting now. You know what I'm saying? Like you've laughed so hard that it's uncomfortable now, and you really want to stop laughing, but you can't. That's what I'm searching for, man. Laughter is medicine for your soul, man. Nobody can be mad, sad, upset, or stressed out while they laughing heartily, man. You can't do it. You can't be LMAO and be upset and be stressed and be worried about things. It's medicine, man. It's medicine. Because even after the laughter, it's hard to go back to thinking about anything negative, man, after you just had that kind of laughter. Because I mean, if you get that kind of laughter after that, you still kind of chuckling and laughing lightly a little bit, man. Man, it sometimes it takes hours, man, to get over a good laugh like that. But that good laugh that takes hours to get over, man, that thing will last you, man, about 4 months. Because every now and then you still think about that thing and still get a chuckle out of it from time to time. Another thing I do, and y'all know this, I say this all the time, and I haven't been doing it as much lately, but I will get back into it, man. I'm actually looking at a boat now. Fishing, man. That's my thing. Fishing is my thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about catching the fish, eating them. It's just about fishing. It's about catching the fish. Most times, about 95% of the time, I catch and release. You know what I'm saying? I don't keep them and eat them. I catch and release by 95% of the time, if not more, at least 95% of the time. But just being out there, man, in nature, man, like just in the middle of a huge body of water, man, just that solitude again. Know what I'm saying? That's another one of my cocoons. And you got to have those things in your life, man. You understand? And here's another thing I do, and here's the most prevalent thing. I prioritize, pedestalize, and I say posterize myself. You'll never see me with nobody poster hanging on my wall but myself. And since I don't need a poster hanging on my wall because I can just look in my mirror and see the poster whenever I want to, I posterize myself. I make sure that I remember who I'm working for by always paying attention to myself and making sure that I prioritize myself over everything and anything else. And I have to do it, man. I have to do it because if I don't, it's easy to forget about you and start thinking about the world. And that may be cool for some, but in reality, that's not what you want to do with your life. You want to do what's necessary to keep yourself in the proper position. Then you can properly allow yourself to be used as a tool and a vessel by the Most High. So, look, man. Hey, listen, y'all, come on, man, and come to the main channel, man. Tonight, 5 p.m. We'll be talking about the Gotti situation and how he just the energy of the emotional connection that a man can have when he allows himself to be more emotional than he is logical, than he is reasonable, than he is prudent, than he is, anything else, when he allows emotion to govern him. And we'll look at some of the things that a man does that are just off-putting. But as far as King Ray Ray channel, man, I will see y'all again on this joint, man. We'll try to get back in here tomorrow. I'll go ahead and set up the show today, man. We'll get back in here tomorrow, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And by popular demand, man, I know, man, that y'all want me to do more content on this channel, man. And honestly, I don't have an excuse not to. I really don't. I can't even tell y'all why I don't do more content on this channel, but I will do more content on this channel, man, because I like being over here, man. And obviously, from the request, y'all like being in the kingdom as well. So I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the support. Appreciate y'all staying behind me, man, to go ahead and, man, do some more content on this channel. And cause y'all don't let it ride, man. So I appreciate. I got another super chat too, man. Israel Young Lion, salute, man. Appreciate the dime. Yeah, the music is very important. Our forefathers couldn't prophesy due to them being in a bad mood until they heard the sound of the harp. Music is key, which I mess with the music, Bill. I hardly listen. I don't get that, man. It's key, which the music, BOA, hardly listen simp. I don't know. I don't know what that mean, bro. Oh, hardly listen simp music. All right. Cool, 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 cool. Salute, man. Salute. Appreciate it, bro. Hey, let's get ready to slide on out of here, man. SJ3, Famo, salute, the kingdom. We are here. We are out. We'll be back. Peace.